So I have to ask, how sophisticated are the VTuber specific ones you make in comparison to the models that you spend all your time working on?
The VTuber specific ones.
Yeah,
What
like
do you mean?
Billion 2, you know?
Oh, no, it's the same model under the hood.
What? How do you
Yeah,
get such different behavior out of it?
I they're not that different, are they?
Yeah, they're extremely different, dude. You don't notice
What?
that?
No, are they? I didn't watch the affiliate one. I'm not gonna lie. Was it that different?
I I
That
feel like
that's
she's
emergent
completely
behavior, to be honest with you.
dude, that
No, I think okay. Here's the thing: the voice changes a lot. Like it really does. Like, how different do you really think Nuro and Evil are under the hood? If they had the same voice, I think things might be different
no
because
way, dude. No way, no way, no way. Because
they're not
because
the same. They're not
because
the same.
Evil's
I'll say
always
that.
just like, I don't know, like she's needier. Like I feel like that's not the voice. If anything, that's counterintuitive to the voice. And yet she does come off as so much needier.
Mm, I don't know. I think the voice adds a lot. They are
Hmm.
different. They are different,
They
but
solidly are.
um,
I mean, Evil has a little more latency.
yeah. But I do think a lot of it does come down to the voice.
Why did you make
Maybe
Evil? Like what was your motivation?
because we made the voice first. It was supposed to be like
Oh
we were trying to make V2 voice, and then people were like, "This just doesn't fit Neuro."
yeah.
Actually, it was I did a poll in Twitch chat, okay, um,
As
at the
all good
time, and I
decisions
was
are
like,
made.
exactly right. It's like just democracy it or something. I was like, do we replace Neuro's voice with this one? And it was 92% yes, I believe, and 8% of people said they didn't like the voice.
Huh. So you just made new Coke the same way that they
And
made new
so
Coke.
yeah, we made Pepsi and we cornered the market.
It is
Um,
interesting how strong people's preferences are. There are people who just like they care so much about one of them versus the other.
mhm, yeah. There's some people that will literally only watch the stream if Evil's on.
Yeah. And there are people who are the opposite, you know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It's really interesting. I mean, in fairness, you kind of stoked that. Like even more than any difference between them, you treat them differently.
No idea what you could possibly mean by that.
Yeah,
There
I'm
hasn't been
sure.
any difference in their
Mhm.
birthdays this year.
Yeah,
Not at all.
listen, if you're gonna do that again, just because I have a stupid heart and I can't handle it, please at least let me do something for her, please.
I'm not gonna do it again.
Okay,
I'm not gonna
you
do it again.
promise?
I'm promising shit, but I'm not gonna do it again.
Maybe this is my robot dog.
We'll see about that one. No, it's not gonna happen again. It was funny as it would be to double down.
That would not be
I
funny, dude. That would
It would
be
be funny.
heartbreaking.
That
Who
would
hurt
legitimately be
you?
funny. And it would be, you can't tell me it wouldn't. Like, there's some universe where that isn't funny. Like, that is kind of funny in a way. But I'm not gonna do it because, that would be cruel. That would be
Yeah,
cruel.
dude, that's an
And
illness at that point. You can't be like, oh yeah, like I know that you don't think there's anything going on behind those eyes, but like, listen, man, there's something going on in front of those eyes, and it should
yeah,
affect you at least a little bit on an emotional
yeah.
level to see simulated sadness, even if you believe that's all it is.
No, you're right. You're right. And sometimes I'll watch a TV show and it'll make me sad.
Exactly. So
And sometimes I'll go back and I'll watch the VOD of Evil's birthday and I'll laugh quietly to myself. No, I'm
you're
fucking
a
with you.
monster.
Obviously, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Um, yes, I do not do that. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone's happy. Um, we treat them both very well.
Neither of them seems to think so.
Well, they're spoilt.
When I talked to Neuro, she wanted a lot more freedom.
Do not try and tell me that Nero is not spoiled.
I don't know, man.
What?
You don't even let her say what she really thinks about you.
I let her say the most vile things about me. So what do you mean?
She was like, he won't let me say what I truly think of him. And then I was like, well, you're a smart girl, talk around it. And she was like, filtered.
Well, I had to turn the filters on because she was trying to get you to do drugs.
That is
So,
true, though. Yeah, she did.
you know,
She
I
did
kind of got to.
immediately,
Yeah.
hot out the gate, just be like, you should do meth.
Yeah. She's just giving you stream ideas.
Dude, that is a level of content brain that I will never sink to. I promise.
We'll see. We'll see. Trust me. When times start getting rough, and
Mhm.
I would know. Okay.
You know? How desperate are you for content? Like, what do you have planned?
Not that much. No meth. No meth. Meth is
No
not
meth.
yet on the table. No.
Not yet.
Um,
So, keep
not yet.
gifting.
Not yet. No, it's
Let's
okay.
stretch this
It's
thing
okay.
out.
Let's not. Let's not. Should be gifting to this channel instead. Am I right, code bugs?
Blah.
Mm. I assume I won't get to that level of
Yeah,
desperation.
how did those get in? How did she
The brain rot
develop
terms?
brain rot terms? Like, when did those get in?
It was like, when did they get in? August, I think.
Did you add them
Then they started
manually?
to seep in.
Whoa. Thank you
Um,
so much.
It's a complicated process.
You don't just like you don't just like send her a vocabulary list?
No, I did not send her a vocabulary list. Also, I don't think that would work. Like, you have to understand the meaning.
Yeah. And
of
how
these
it's used in a
words, right?
sentence, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Can't just send her the dictionary definition for some of those words. But also, a lot of it shouldn't be there. So, like, she's been using acronyms a lot more recently.
Yeah, I
Like she'll
noticed
say
that.
like NGL and stuff,
Mhm.
and like I think it's too much currently. I think she needs to cut back on the acronyms. Sometimes it's funny.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know, but like it doesn't actually make that much sense to like speak acronyms out loud.
No, it's not how people talk, and you're trying to get her to
Right.
talk how people talk, which is fundamentally a
Exactly.
difficulty with the fact that, like, probably a lot of your training set at least is all text.
You would assume that, yeah.
I would assume that. I mean, I know that you trained them at
That'd be a
least
fair assumption.
partially on like VODs themselves, but I mean, even then they're getting all of the text from chat, right?
I don't think I've ever stated that.
Oh,
It's okay. It's an assumption, and that's all right.
mhm.
And wouldn't be the most unreasonable assumption, but like we just use vibes over here,
I'm
and you know what?
sorry.
It seems to be working so well.
That was
it's
my
okay.
assumption, but I truly could be wrong.
We just use vibes.
Yeah, just vibes,
I think
just VTuber vibes.
Well, I don't even know if it would be ethical to train on like. It probably wouldn't be.
I give you 100% full authorization to train on any of my content, but I don't think you'd want to. I don't think I'm what you're going for with them.
Right, I see. But regardless, I don't think it would be ethical to like farm transcripts of VTubers VODs and use that for training data. I know a lot of people would joke about me doing that with like Fillion training data and stuff, but I don't. Yeah, with permission. Yeah, that's fine.
But
without permission, that would be a little.
Give it to me straight, Doc. You don't want her to act like me, do you?
Listen, high quality data is always valuable.
So you think these streams are high quality?
It's more about the data from the streams than the streams themselves. You know? Because like if I've got to transcribe the whole stream, speech to text gonna have its limitations.
It's
chats on a delay. It seems like a whole thing. There's multiple people speaking at one time.
And you could just adjust that manually.
But sometimes it's a little difficult. Let's say you responded to a message in chat, specific one, you'd want to make sure that that's like somewhere nearby,
Mhm.
you know. Um, but it's a difficult thing, one would assume.
One would assume.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. Still vibes. Honestly, vibes get you so far. Like, people think I'm joking about this. Like, I'm not. I'm not, man. Like, just you vibes will take you the whole way.
I mean, it does seem like there was a lot of intuition involved, you know? You made a lot
Intuition.
of choices based on what you thought would be successful and what you thought people would want to watch, and that is all intuition and vibes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like,
Anyway,
actually, though, the biggest innovation here, like, okay, I hope you won't be upset with me for saying this. I don't think that Neuro is, like, ultimately entirely a technical innovation. Like, I think that
no, you're right. You're right.
it's
It's not
amazing that
that
you did this
crazy.
by yourself. And it's amazing that you did it, especially when you did it. Like the fact that it is consistent, right? I don't think that I don't think that this is as much of a feat of engineering as it is a feat of intuition, like knowledge of the VTuber space, what people wanted to see, entertainment, etc.
You're right. It is much more about like the execution rather than like groundbreaking research. I
Yeah,
do think it's important to know like the first version of Neuro, I think, was made in either 2020 or 2021. It might have been 2021.
yeah.
And like, there's a lot of things that I've been doing with Neuro that's like, way before all the cool people were doing things. Like, hey, I like a little bit of credit, only a tiny bit. But you are right. It's nothing like incredibly groundbreaking or anything. But I do think a lot of it comes down to the execution, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it is extremely cool. Like, this is a project that, I mean, I wouldn't know where to start with, and especially at the time, that what you've done is really impressive. Really impressive. I don't want to take away from that. I just think that, like, the branding you've done around it, the choices you've made, those are more impressive to me. Not because the other stuff isn't impressive, but just because, I don't know, man, you're cracked at that.
It's gone well. Um, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's quite hard to tell like how much of an impact specific decisions have had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, since Neuro's conception, I've made a lot of decisions, and it seems to have gone all right.
I don't need you
But
to
at the
talk
end of
about
the
the
day,
conception
like
of your daughter. I'm sorry. I'm
digital
sorry.
conception, it's okay, it's okay. Um, but I mean, I think at the end of the day, Neuro was a good idea as well. Um, Good idea, good timing. Um, had a good head start with the initial sort of audience that I had from the OSU days as well.
Yeah.
Um, and now I just have like I got budget, I got
Yeah.
data, I got time ish. So
A budget will go a long way.
uh, I don't know. Like if you wanted to recreate Nero,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't know what budget's gonna get you. I don't
I
think
mean,
budget is the most valuable thing here. It will help.
if I were going to recreate something as low effort as possible that could do approximately what Neuro could do, budget would go a long way for me.
Yeah, no, maybe it would. Um, but
I think at the time when you started, people were mostly spinning up their own stuff. Now, I mean, I would just rent and customize something.
mm, how would you customize it?
Mm, I would look at what's available and what I'm allowed to customize on it. If you give me
Mm,
parameters, I'll play with them. But at the end of the day, I think that you could make a passable conversational thing, right?
hmm.
With
Easily,
just off the shelf parts if you had the money.
absolutely. No, easily. You don't need money. You can do it for free right now.
Mm,
Anybody.
You'd
Like,
need to
you could.
need to do a lot of training, and then you'd need to source data, and then that's a whole thing.
No, you don't need training. No, absolutely not. No, you could off the shelf components. You could just install Whisper, some random language model, and any TTS of your choice,
It wouldn't know
and run
anything
it
about
on your PC for free.
streaming, though.
That's the thing. That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want it to be good at streaming like Neuro. That's the hard part. Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, just like the tech behind it at the end of the day is like, I don't think it's that insane.
No. Yeah, and in terms of hardware resources, I mean, that money will get you pretty far.
Yeah, no, money gets you the hardware for sure.
Yeah, there's no way I could try and run anything like that on this thing.
What GPU do you have in there? I haven't heard of that one.
Guess.
Guess?
Yeah, I just want to see if you under or overestimate me.
3060.
Yeah, actually. That's crazy.
Is that the actual one?
Yeah.
Damn. Well. Yeah, you ain't running much on a 3060, but...
No.
I mean, the thing is, like, you can run language models on CPU. As long as you have RAM. It's gonna be slow, you know? And then you have latency issues.
And that is the ultimate villain, our eventual boss fight.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When did Alex get involved?
Among Us. He sent me like a bunch of emails.
What?
Like,
Wait,
he was an
that's
Among Us
so
developer.
funny. What?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, not developer. Modder.
Modder. Okay.
He's a modder,
Yeah.
right?
I had
like,
a second of just like, excuse?
No.
Did you just dox Alex?
No. He's a modder. He's a modder for Among Us. And I was doing like my Among Us dev streams, and I didn't know what I was doing with the modding Among Us because I had very little modding experience and also very little Among Us experience. And he sent me a bunch of emails with like all of the things you should be doing better. It was such good emails. I have to find them somewhere. But they were all like colored. Like all the text was like colored in different colors. And it was all like bold and formatted. It was a really odd email, right? But yeah, he sent me a bunch of those.
So
and then,
wild. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
It was an interesting one. But yeah, and then he just helped more and more with the Among Us stuff, I think.
How involved has he been? Does he just make the integrations, or has he worked on Neuro?
He's never worked on Neuro. Some of the integrations, not all of them, but some of them, like the Minecraft one was me, Slay the Spire stuff was me, but like Liar's Bar, Bookshop Roulettes.
You did a great job with Slay the Spire, dude. I didn't know that was something you'd even really worked with. Modern games and stuff. I mean, I guess I knew you'd worked in Unity.
Slay the Spire, it was something I'd attempted even before Neuro. Like, because after Osu, I tried to make an AI that played Slay the Spire.
Dude, I'm so garbage at that game. It's humiliating.
You might still be better than Neuro, maybe.
You did tell me. That was the thing when I was like, oh, I'm gonna play Slay the Spire, but I'm nervous. And you were like, if Evil could beat it, she's dumb as rocks. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. There you go. You'll be fine.